this is going to be the start of more educational content on my channel, so I hope you enjoy this in the future. I'd love to know what stuff you would be interested in learning. And in this video, I want to show you a couple different licks. They're all kind of based around the same concept. They're licks that have been really useful to me, and it's stuff that's easy to pick up. If you put a little bit of time into practicing it, you can get it down pretty fast, pretty easily. And it's just based around the pentatonic scale. I'm going to show you essentially two licks here. It's the same thing, but one is based around the major pentatonic scale and one is based around the minor one. And then within each of those licks, I'm going to show you two different fingerings, so you can apply it to any scale, whatever key that you're soloing in, and you can use it in any part of the neck. This is an ascending lick that is really useful for changing positions on the guitar neck. Like I said, you can get it going pretty fast, pretty easily. So if I show you the first one, it's just in the key of G major. It's using the Ionian pentatonic position. And by the way, if you don't know the 5 pentatonic positions, I have a PDF booklet that I just released on my website. It's free, and I'll leave a link in the description to that. Additionally, you'll find all the tablature and the sheet music for today's lesson at that same location as well, and it's all free. But it will be on the screen throughout the video. So, first one, it's in the key of G major, and this is going to be the root 6th string version. So the first note happens on the 6th string, our low one, and since we're in the key of G major, that means that our root note's going to be G, so that's 3rd fret E string. And this is just following the major pentatonic scale, so it's going to walk up the scale degrees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then repeat itself over the course of 3 octaves. And maybe you can add the cap on that if you want it. And I'm just going to slim it down a little bit and just get rid of the last string. If I cut it down that way, then you've got an ascending and a descending version of the same lick. And then also, rhythmically, it just works out really well in 4/4 time or in 12/8 time with subdivisions of 3. So that's the first one, and it's basically just playing the same shape in different positions. You could say those 5 notes is one shape. So first finger, and then we'll use the 3rd finger to slide into the second, from the 2nd into the 3rd note. And then we'll repeat the whole thing on the next 2 strings. And then we'll just finish with 3 notes on top. Descending, you can do the same thing. Now if you look at this lick as a movable shape, it'll be really easy to apply it in a couple different keys. That one happened to be in G major. If we wanted to be in the key of A major, we would just take that first note and make it an A, which is 5th fret on the E string. If you wanted to use it in the key of C, it's getting a little high on the guitar neck now, but you can do that, so 8th fret E string. Now, if you wanted to use it in the key of E, that wouldn't really be possible with the open string, and you would be getting pretty high on the guitar neck even if you could. So I'm going to show you a root 5th string version now. It's the same exact lick, just laid out a little bit differently to account for the major 3rd, that is the G to the B string. So essentially the same first fingering for it. And then we're going to repeat that. You'll have to shift up to the 8th fret now. So that one was. And then lastly, the top string is being used this time. So the whole lick together. YouTube has a great function that you can actually slow down videos by going into the settings in the bottom of the screen. This is useful for transcribing lesson videos if you want to backtrack and see something a little bit more slowly, or if you're transcribing a solo in real time, you're trying to learn a solo in a video that you're watching someone play live or something. It can be useful for that. So those are the 2 licks. Again, the root 6th string version. Let's start on G. And I like to play everything legato, so as few picking notes as possible, but it's good to learn it both ways. The root 5th string version. Since that first note, 3rd fret A string, is a C, that one would have been used in the key of C major. However, in the same fashion, you can move it around and decide where you want to play it. If you wanted to play it in F, take that up to the 8th fret here, so your first note is F, 8th fret A string. And then we would play the same shape. So now I'm going to show you the minor pentatonic variation on the same lick. And guys, if you're enjoying this video, if this is helpful to you so far, if it's something that you might find useful, I would appreciate your support in the form of a like or maybe a subscription to the channel. I'm planning on doing a lot more lesson content in the future on this channel, and I do a ton of gear demos as well, so maybe something else will interest you. Alright, so let's look at the minor variations now. For this lick, we're going to assume we're in the key of A minor just to keep it simple, and we'll find our first note, an A, on the 6th string. This will be on the 5th fret. Alright, and we're going to have a slide between the 1st and 2nd notes here, so it'll be 5th fret with the 1st finger, and then slide up to the 8th fret and play that with your 2nd finger. I'll play the whole lick for you just for some context. Alright, and we're going to be doing essentially the same exact thing as before. This just uses the minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to be repeating a 5-note pattern. So those 5 notes. So it'll be 1st finger, slide, 2nd finger, 4th, 1st, 4th. And then we'll play the next bit, same exact thing. So 1st finger, slide to 2nd. You know the formula by now. And then I usually like to go shift up one more position and play the next note with the 1st finger. So the whole lick together. And then descending. The whole thing. That is the root 6th string version, and in the same fashion we can take that and apply it to any other chord or whatever scale we're soloing in. If we're in the key of F sharp minor and we're using the F sharp minor pentatonic scale, we would just move our 1st finger to find an F sharp on the E string, and that would be 2nd fret here. And this can be a really nice lick to get you from this comfortable position up into the Dorian position of the pentatonic scale. Alright, and if you would want to take this and play it in B minor, for example, you would just find a B note on the 6th string with your 1st finger. That's at the 7th fret here, and we play the same exact shape. Alright, and then let's move on to the final lick in this video, and this will be the root 5 string variation on the minor pentatonic lick. So in the same fashion, it's exactly what I had just shown you, just applied with the 1st note starting on the 5th string. Alright, so we're going to use the key of D minor, for example, of this one, and the pattern is going to look like this. Gets us from the Phrygian pentatonic position up into the comfortable Aeolian one that everyone knows. So to look at it slowly, we would start on the 1st finger and then slide to our 2nd finger just like before. So it'll be 5th fret with your 1st finger, and then slide and play the 8th fret on the A string with your 2nd finger. And then 1st finger, 4th again. And then the next part changes a little bit from before. It'll just go 1st finger, slide up to the 10th fret with your 1st finger, so you're still using the same finger. And then it's just the comfortable pentatonic box that you already know. So the whole lick together slowly. This time we'll do it a little bit faster, and we'll add in the descending variation to it as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful to you. I would love to know what you thought about the pace and the overall style of it. I try to keep things going a little bit faster so I don't lose your attention. If you felt like you didn't catch something, if I went by too fast, you can always rewind, you know. Please share the video with someone if you know someone that might be interested in this topic and this lick might be useful to them. And if you're looking for one-on-one lessons, that's basically all I'm doing right now. You can send me a message through my website or just leave me a comment here with your email and we can get in touch. We'll just set up a date that we can talk at no charge to you and figure out, you know, what you're trying to learn as a guitarist. I work through Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever's comfortable for you, and you can find all the information about my guitar studio on my website, as well as free PDFs of some of the lessons that I'm doing here. So thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.